Time now for a look at the day's finance news with Scott Phillips, Chief Investment Officer at Motley. Scott, there are concerns tonight that the economy might be shrinking. Why is that?
Natalia, good evening. Yeah, not good news at all. We heard today that business inventories are down. Now, that sounds like a pretty nerdy thing to talk about, and it kind of is, except what it talks to is the fact that businesses are not expecting big demand over the next few months. So rather than ordering more stock from their suppliers, they're running down what's already on hand. Now, the way that economic output or gross domestic product, GDP, is calculated is we take the changes in all of those things, spending, but also those business inventories. They're down. They're probably going to take about 1 percentage point off GDP growth. That's risky, given last quarter we only grew at 0.2%.
How likely are we to enter a recession?
Oh, that is the $64 question, mate. It's a good one too. Realistically, if this is negative, it does make the odds pretty 50-50. I'm not going to say likely just yet, but I have to say if the economy is turning down so significantly, remember 0.2 in the September quarter, let's say December quarter is negative. If it is, the trend is not pretty. I have to say it's probably slightly more likely than not, but fingers crossed we can drag ourselves out of it.
Okay, and there's huge demand for housing, but today's ABS data shows building approvals are actually down.
This is ugly too, mate. And talking about housing affordability, we've talked so much about that, the impact of interest rates, people trying to get into the housing market. And you look at that and think, well, hang on, if we're actually producing fewer houses, now this is dwelling approvals, not even final constructions or finished houses. This is just approvals to construct, which makes it a leading indicator. If you can't get the approval, you haven't asked for the approval, the house doesn't get built. We're talking 6, well, not even that, 9, 12, 18 months of construction lead time. So if the approvals are down now, it means in a year or a year and a half's time, not enough housing being built. When you compare that against the growth in population, it doesn't take Einstein to realise there is some real pressure on prices.
And one more question. What can we expect when Wall Street opens tonight?
We're expecting a modest decline. At the moment, US futures pointing to a decrease of about 0.1% on Wall Street. Unfortunately, that might mean, if that holds through the night, a slow day here tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. As always, very interesting to chat.
Thanks, Natalia.